Hey guys, me again. So by this point in the game you probably have a general idea of how to defend yourself against the pirates and remnants, how to set up your blueprints and things like that. The next thing I'm going to teach you is about expansion. Now the problem with expansion, as you can see here, is that it can give you a supply lock. You will run out of minerals and then everything pretty much just goes from bad to worse. So what you need to do is you need to find the proper balance between expanding and simply building your colonies up so that they're viable and will actually add to your economy instead of taking away from your economy. Now the way that I do this is like this. You find all orders. See, we've got militarized worlds. Alright, we got one militarized world. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch that to an economic world. And now there's no militarized worlds, right? So you do the same thing with research worlds at this point in the game, because it's pretty pointless, because the research will actually supply lock you even worse, so you can't expand, and there's no point on not being able to expand, because if you do expand and you supply locked, then what's going to happen is the AI, who's over here and for some reason has hit a dead stop, anyway, this AI will take out one colony, two colonies while you're supply locked, and then they will have the advantage because they have a higher economy. When you're playing with more than one AI, then you've got a list here that at least tells you where you are on economy, military, colonization. I got to tell you that military is not the most important thing in this game. The most important things are economy and research. If you have those two, the chances are that you're going to win the game, because if you have a good economy, it allows you to expand faster, and once you actually have those colonies, it's very easy to switch your balanced worlds on those colonies to research worlds, and that'll expand your research and put you in the first position for that. And if you're first on research, then it means that a little ship like that could take out a 100 size vessel of one of the AIs, and I mean, if you're playing against a player you probably wouldn't be able to do that, but with the AIs it just works like that. So, just fighting off these pirates over here. Constant menace. Okay, so supply locked at the moment. What you have to do is you have to go to your colonies and you have to find out which ones are actually causing you problems. Now at the moment we've got these ones that are causing problems because I've been building fighters constantly. Just switch them all back on like that. And we've got another bunch of pirates coming in here. We'll just send all those guys. Oh, hang on. We'll just send the fighters. Move them to there. Okay. Now, this is the sort of thing that you don't want happening on every one of your colonies. While a planet is building, it is not adding to your economy. It is using its own resources to build stuff on its own planet. This can cause serious problems if you expand too fast. So you have to find the balance between expansion and building. And once you get that figured out, it'll be fine. Unfortunately, it's not something that can be taught. It's something that you have to really learn for yourself. Like there's there probably is a perfect mathematical equation for it, but it really depends. It really depends on how much you're willing to invest in it, like finding out what the equation is and how to do it. Alright, so these planets are all still building, and that's 5 planets there, and we've got another, well, we got, all of those are adding to the economy, and we got 3 here, so we got 8 planets that are building at the moment. Well, 7 now because that one just finished. So this planet has just finished building. That doesn't mean that it's adding to your economy straight away. As you can see, these electronics are still very low, and the trade is at 0. Once that reaches, I think with that amount it should be about 10k, it'll start pumping its excess into your bank, and that's what you need. You need that getting pumped into your bank constantly, as often as you can. Anyway, let's speed this game up so that you can see what sort of thing goes on here. Oh, that's the remnant system that I just took out then. That's the problem with these basic designs. I mean, they don't regenerate very fast, but I will show you some better designs further on down the line when we have some better technology, because at the moment we're general size is 14, but I haven't actually done any of these other researches to get them up to a sufficient enough level. Okay, probably do some of that now. So you just click on these little guess and hunches to unlock them. Check down weapons, engineering, and like that, and just like that, until they're all unlocked. Okay, we get the shields. I don't even use stealth, but for some reason it's there, so I research it anyway. Okay, click the automate research button and just leave it like that for a little while, and that should do you a service, believe me. Okay, move to the system. Okay, now our economy's starting to look a bit better. So we'll slow this game back down to normal speed. Open your systems tab, select everything, and click on renovate structures. It may look bad to the economy straight away, but it will help you a lot more in the long run if you renovate your structures regularly. So, considering that the homeworld is usually the best place to build your ships in the early game, start pumping out colony ships from there. And that's a pretty good rate to be pumping out colony ships constantly, apart from electronics. We might have to do something about that. We'll put it on electronics focus. Yeah, that looks about right. You should be able to pump out colony ships constantly from at least one planet with that sort of rate. And here's the trick. Select every motherfucking star system in the entire galaxy. Doesn't matter which one of these stars you click on. Just click on auto colonize system, and all of these colony ships will just start going out en masse and colonizing new planets. I must remind you that when you're doing this, it is the best idea to keep your new colonies use governors, because otherwise you're going to have to manage 1,000 planets, and that's just no fun at all, believe me. So here you go, the colony ships, and you can see them gradually getting to different places. There we go, that's the one that's going there. And we'll speed this game up, and I'll show you just how fast you can actually take a galaxy. 11, 13, yeah, it's actually climbing at the moment, which is what you want. Well, now we're losing a little bit on metal, so we'll switch off the electronics focus. I'm going to take some out of the electronics for a little while. Okay, now this is something that you've got to check regularly. You check your research worlds. Select all of them. And see, that's a lot of research worlds. If you're having problems with your economy when you're doing this, that is your problem. Because those science labs are very expensive. They don't really mention that when the governors are setting them up as research worlds. It does help to have the research worlds, but if you are supply locked, it's a good idea to just switch them all to something else, or at least one or two of them, depending on how badly supply locked you are. And as you can see, we've already far out expanded the computer. I mean, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 star systems, and we've got fucking heaps. So yeah, that's how you started initially. Now we've got a 249k rate now. So what we can do is select all the idle colonies and build on all selected colony ship. You'll leave that for a couple of minutes and then do it again and again and again. And now we've got colony ships being produced from other colonies apart from your homeworld. And there they go. Set off in all directions. And that is basically how you win this game. When you can get to that point before the computer, you're set. But until that, you're just gonna have to do whatever you can to stay alive. Anyway, my research is extremely high, 590, 600 million at the moment. So we'll put that on general sciences and we'll leave it there for a little while. Anyway, that's how you expand. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But, you know, if you don't do it, then you're just going to lose out so badly. So, yeah, make sure that you do that as soon as you possibly can. And whenever in doubt that your colonies are actually being made, just select everything in the entire galaxy and click on your auto colonize system again. And then you're set. Alright, so now that we've got a good technology level, in the next video I'm going to talk to you about advanced blueprints. See you later.